Hello there, and welcome back to the channel, and a special welcome if you're coming over from Moss Family TV or Mornings with Granny. Thanks for stopping by. Today I'm making a spiced wacky cake as part of the collaboration for Fall Food Friday with Moss Family TV. I'm starting out by putting 1.5 cups flour plus 2 tablespoons into a large bowl. I made this cake to be vegan, so this is a great recipe if you have somebody that's lactose free or vegan in your life. Plus it's delicious. I just added 1 cup of sugar. Next I need 1 tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. And this is when I discovered that I didn't have enough. So I quickly made some into a little container using cinnamon, ginger, cloves, and nutmeg. I have a video showing a few different recipes to use pumpkin pie spice and how I made it, and I'll put that link in the description box. So continuing on from that little detour, we add 1 tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice to our sugar and flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Mix the dry ingredients together well and then add 3 indentations or depressions. Measure 1 teaspoon of white vinegar to 1. 1 teaspoon of vanilla to the 2nd indentation. And 5 tablespoons of vegetable oil to the 3rd and largest one. Add 1 cup of water over everything and mix well. Wacky cake is sometimes referred to as depression cake or war cake because during the Depression or World War II, milk and eggs were ingredients that were hard to come by. Prepare the pan by spraying nonstick cooking spray and then pour the batter into the pan. If you wanted to make the cake in a 9x13 pan, then just double the recipe. The same if you wanted to do a layer cake, use 2 round pans and double the recipe. Bake at 350 degrees for 35 minutes. And this is what it looks like when it's done. Just insert a toothpick in the middle to make sure that it comes out clean. Let it cool completely, and then you can make the frosting. I made a buttercream frosting using 4 cups of powdered sugar, a capful of vanilla, 1 stick of butter, and a little bit of water. Normally I would use milk to thin the frosting down, but I was trying to keep it totally vegan this time. I wanted to show how to make a cake completely vegan, and so I used plant butter in place of butter for the frosting. And I think it turned out really well. You can use whatever kind of butter or fat you'd like. You could probably even use coconut oil, although I've never tried it. You could frost this with cream cheese frosting if you wanted to, and I have a good recipe for that. I'll leave it in the description box. Or if you wanted to make something a little bit different than a buttercream, you could add a teaspoon or two of molasses to your buttercream frosting, and that would be really nice with the spice cake. If you wanted to, you could also add a little bit of cinnamon to the buttercream frosting. The full recipe of buttercream was a little more than I needed to frost this cake, but if you had a double layer cake, it'd probably be just about right. So when you get a nice and smooth consistency to your frosting, go ahead and frost your cake. I can store any leftover frosting in the refrigerator, and if I make brownies, I can add cocoa to it and then frost the brownies with the leftover frosting. Or I can use the leftover frosting for cupcakes. If you have little kids that like it, you can put it on graham crackers also. Or if you have teenage sons, you may want to hide that leftover frosting really well in the refrigerator, or you may find the leftover containers in their bedrooms, like I always did. So put the container of frosting in a lima bean bag. Of course I'm joking, but that would keep your kids out of the frosting. So here you have spiced wacky or crazy cake, and this was a really good cake with a nice texture, and the buttercream went really well with it. It's delicious if you make it totally vegan, or if you make the frosting using real butter and milk. Either way, you can't go wrong. It was delicious served chilled. Thanks for watching, and be sure and check out Fall Food Fridays at Ma's Family TV. I'll put their link in the description box. Bye-bye.